In last episode we sailed from New Caledonia to Tanna in Vanuatu, the island where a famous volcano is. After a ceremony with the 5 tribes living around Port Resolution, we immediately sailed to Etafe, the island where the capital Port Vila is. In Port Vila we stayed a couple of days on a mooring. Port Vila is a lot more developed, restaurants everywhere, and there's a pretty decent supermarket as well, so we were able to provision for the next coming weeks in Vanuatu and for the crossing to Australia. In Port Vila all the boats caught up again, including Saga, Akaroa and Pond 3. Wat is er, meid?
Echt superleuk is. Ja. Echt heel erg. Waanzinnig. Die mensen zijn zo blij dat je er bent. Safely in the background.
No, this is the best camera stand.
Ah.
Yeah.
De tekst is van mezelf.
Naar links! In Port Vila we got news that Marijke had to go home because her mother was really bad. We were able to arrange a flight from Vanuatu to Brisbane and from Brisbane via Dubai back to Amsterdam. In the end, her mother passed away just 2 hours before she landed on Amsterdam. After Marijke left for the airport, Xavier, a friend of Jeb's, volunteered to come on board with me to help me get to the northern bay of the island. A lot of fuss for nothing. The water can be really turbulent there around the corner, so we would prefer to be there at slack tide, which is right now. Here we are just after slack tide, and you can already see that it can be really spooky out here. So we jibe the main in the meantime, going that downwind. Sorry? Yeah, let it go completely. More? Yeah. Okay, stop. Xavier was a big help. It's so much easier when you're two on the boat. Warned by endless joy in front of us, we rolled in the Code Zero just in time. When we ran around the corner we had 29 knots apparent, but we were prepared for it, switching to the Solent. Marijke is already halfway between Brisbane and Dubai. Has to go home for her mother who is really ill. I stayed put here in Vanuatu, where Victor is going to join me on Sunday for the crossing to Australia. First we're going to visit a couple of islands in the north of Vanuatu. Well, Sunday was a little bit optimistic as Victor's flight from Noumea to Vanuatu was cancelled 3 or 4 times. With Inky, Endless and Akaroa around, you know that a good restaurant can't be that far away. And then it's time for most Liwa boats to leave for the next island, Epi. And I decide to move one bay further, where Blue Way is still waiting until their son flies home. the end there are 3 other boats anchored in the same bay. Stay. On the move again. The boats that were with me in the bay now all left, and I have to go a little bit south anyway when Victor finally arrives. His flight has been cancelled now 2 or 3 times, so he's still stuck on Noumea. So I'm stuck here. So home alone. Marijke is in Holland and will fly back to Makai. And I'm supposed to cross from Vanuatu to Australia together with Victor. Victor is the rally coordinator of the Gliwo where we're in. And he already has a lot of experience on the 55. Even has an Akaroa reminder on his chest. So his flight has been cancelled now 2 or 3 times. And it's not easy to find an alternative way to get here to Vanuatu. I can try to anchor in front of the resort there. At first it seems a pretty easy sail, even though it's not easy to do everything on a boat all by yourself. But it will get a lot more hairy later on. Good idea to try it out. What's easy to do all by yourself and what not. Hoisting the mainsail isn't the easiest thing, especially when there are a lot of gusts. The shackle for the third reef I put in, but they have to be there at the mast. It's difficult to see how high you should hoist it, so first you do it too high, and then you have to lower it again. On our next boat, on our next Outre-mer I should say, we are discussing with them how to improve the deck layout and the layout of the boat to make it more suitable for single-handed sailing. It's not that you want to sail by yourself, that's not the thing, but you do want to be able to operate the boat all by yourself when it's convenient to do so. For instance, if the other one is asleep or, well, in situations like this that I have to sail alone. Most of the things you can do by yourself. Depends a little bit on from which side the wind blows and stuff like that. But there's still room for improvement. For the captain, it's good to know that I was wearing my life vest. But it's much easier with 2, so I hope you get back soon. The wind changes every minute. Sometimes we're maximum upwind, and then we're downwind again. We'll get there anyway. We were going 2 knots 1 minute ago. I would prefer to avoid the area where the current is the worst. 3, it's like that again. Let's see, maybe I'll slow down a little bit. Further in front of me I see big white caps. I'm getting out of the wind shadow of the island. It can be a bit rough there, but as I have only the Solent and 3 reefs in the main, it should be okay. Almost at the edge where the water comes up from 1000 meter. Good timing this fall. I can't go up because then I end up in the area where the waves are really bad. was able to get the speed further down. So this is a lot relaxed and less stress on the boat. If I go too much upwind, then the boat is stopped by the waves, so I have to find a way in between where I reduce the speed and still keep on going. I've put the Traveler a little bit further out to lose some of the wind. After I tacked, put on the port engine. Oh, Jesus man, to make sure that we stay as much out of that area as possible. The anchorage at Mele is very safe and protected on all sides, so it seems to be a good decision to stay there. In the next episode, Victor will finally arrive and we sail together to a couple of islands in Vanuatu before crossing to Australia.